Hi, and welcome back to My Senior Radio. This is Adam Stark. I'm the Senior Real Estate Specialist, and here today I've brought on a guest. His name's Ken Faber. Ken owns his own insurance company through Farmers Insurance, and wanted to bring Ken on today to talk about the home and auto insurance and any other products that can be beneficial, specifically to our audience that is listening today. Would be those that are 55 and better, and even the adult children of those that are 55 and better. So welcome to the program today.
Thanks, Adam. It's great to be here.
Happy to have you here. So
Thank you.
Let's just start talking about maybe some of the things that people should be aware of with insurance. I mean, insurance is a product that everybody has to have for one reason or another in their life, right? So tell us a little bit about insurance, why insurance?
Sure. Thanks, Adam. So insurance is, it's really you're insuring yourself against risk, right? You know, we certainly assist people on, what we'd say, sometimes the worst days of their lives. But insurance is really for planning for, sudden and accidental loss, that type of thing. But the misnomer about insurance is, yes, everybody has to have it, but it's a vehicle which will help you to, not just save money, but it'll save your money. So, that's kind of what we try to teach our clients, especially, some of our clients, our senior clients, which have, they've accumulated a lot of assets. They've worked hard all their lives, and we want to protect those assets for them to ensure that, if for some reason there was a sudden or accidental loss, that they're not going to lose some of those assets, due to whatever reason. So that's, insurance is just that. It's insuring against, against an accident or sudden loss.
Okay.
So.
Can tell us a little bit about why somebody should be considering their home insurance and maybe auto insurance, and being able to how they can save money by working with those.
Simply bundling those types of products together, at least in Farmers, will magnify discounts, right? So when you bundle home and auto, you've heard some of those commercials on TV, but it bundles, as you bundle those policies together, it gives you discounts, even if you take things further, especially, if you got a boat, RVs, motorhomes, we actually can stack those discounts on top of that and give you, even better rates, which, everybody's concerned about price. Everything's going up these days. Insurance is no different. But that's how we can really help, especially, the folks that are level income, that's what they're getting every month. We can help them save money to really help stretch their dollars further, which is what we really try to do is to protect their assets and yet try to help them save money.
What is one of the best ways that somebody can protect those assets or talk to you or somebody like you about their insurance needs?
They can certainly contact the agent, whomever their agent is. We'll be happy to help them with these questions. But really, investigate, your policies. Don't assume that, hey, I've been paying this rate for this long and everything's hunky-dory fine. Get in. We offer FFRs, which is our Farmers Friendly Reviews, every year to our clients. We like to get in front of them and talk to them about their insurance. What's changed? If they a grandchild, if they added a boat, whatever, and we ensure that their coverages are up to par. Can we save them money? Can we bundle some things together, just like we talked about earlier? But really, it's education of insurance, right? It's not, and that's what we do is we really try to educate, what the insurance is, why you need it, and why it's important, and how it'll help you protect your assets.
Ken, what I really like about that is, especially in working with seniors, there's so much fraud out there. And so by bringing somebody in, sitting them down, even they can bring family members to sit down with them.
And we encourage that.
Yeah, you're able to sit down and have a conversation so that there's a good understanding.
Absolutely.
So that they're not sharing information over the phone and maybe giving out information that's personal that could be detrimental to their financial picture, but you're able to sit down and have a one-on-one with them. So I think that's great that you do those reviews and having that. What are some of the other types of insurance that you work with that might be beneficial to somebody who is aging and might need some additional assistance to protect those assets?
Sure. One of the bigger vehicles that we have is especially for probably, within that 50, 55 plus getting older range is, we have, critical illness life insurance, right? So we have policies that will protect you against, heart attack, stroke, and cancer, right? Not too many places have that opportunity where, as you're getting into your aging years, you'll have the ability to have money, on the spot that'll take care of you, those types of things. So, it's not just home, auto, we have life, we've got those types of products that will really help. And, for minimal cost, when you look at the cost of medical and expenses that are just skyrocketing, these types of products will certainly help folks to, really to be prepared for that rainy day.
So Ken, is there any assumptions or misnomers that people have about insurance that maybe you can clarify a little bit?
Oh, sure. Thanks, Adam. Some of the misnomers, maybe, rates, right? I mean, I know people talk a lot about their price, and especially in the insurance world. That's regulated by the state. We have to have approval to go up. We have to have approval to go down. And really, the misnomer on insurance is, hey, I've been driving for 20 years. I never had a claim. Why are my rates going up? Well, the whole point of insurance is we collect premiums, make sure we have enough surplus to pay out the claims for everybody, right? So that's, just how insurance works, I think is a misnomer. If people were more educated on exactly how insurance worked, it would clear up some of that misnomers, right? Hey, I've never had a claim. Why are my rates going up? Well, because you're part of an insurance company. You're part of you are, at least in farmers, you're a policy holder that contributes to the greater good, of others.
So, Ken, another question I have is, sometimes people come in and they make the comment, I wish I would have known about that before. Is there anything that you can think of that might help people now to be able to handle a situation before it happens? Some things that have been common or might put them in a better situation later on down the road because they've taken care of it now.
Sure.
And hearing about it.
Sure. So a lot of things, and you'll hear me talk a lot about life because I have a real big passion around life insurance. And that's really because that's not only an estate building vehicle, but it is, there's nothing worse than the loss of a loved one, and especially in life insurance. So you have grandparents, those types of things. We have policies you put on your grandkids. Well, let's say that particular grandchild gets, a debilitating disease later on in life. Well, who's going to insure them, right? So when you plan ahead, that policy stays in force. We flip it over with a signature, but at least gives them something, right? Because we're not all going to live forever. So it's those little types of things with you pre-planning. Again, that's meeting with an agent, really getting in front of what you want life-wise, but it's those types of things, critical illness. A lot of people don't know about that product, right? About the ability to have a policy that's going to pay you instantly, heart attack, cancer, stroke, right? So, it allows you to pull from that death benefit that you set up. It's a fantastic product, right? We've all heard stories of loved ones that have passed away, no insurance. So how much of a burden, not only are you're dealing with the loss of a loved one, but now how am I going to make it on one income? How am I going to take care of the kids? How am I going to, possibly take care of my aging parents that I've been taking care of? There's hundreds of ways that's a benefit for really pennies on the dollar.
One of the things that you mentioned is that it can potentially be one of their worst days in the experience that they're going through, whether it's an auto accident, some type of event happened with their home, or the potential loss of a loved one. Is there any situations, scenarios, stories that you could share with us of somebody that had taken the time to plan and what type of help that provided for them and in their situation?
Yeah, absolutely, Adam. So we've certainly had cases where a loved one died prematurely. We had well over about $800,000 on this particular individual. The only thing, can't bring the person back, but the only thing the insured kept saying was, thank you for pressing and getting us that, for asking that question and setting us up right. Because a lot of times, people are like, I just don't want to talk to the agent, or they keep bugging me for this type of stuff. And there's a reason why. It's because we care. And that's, probably when your agent quits talking to you about it, that's when he quits, he's moved on, right? Because there's nothing worse than, coming up to give an insured a hug and not being able to at least give him a big check that you know is going to help them through.
I know it's hard, but it's got to feel good being able to give them something.
Absolutely.
And it's such a benefit to them to be able to move forward in their lives. And whether it's paying off debts, a house, helping kids go to college. So it certainly has a huge benefit to be able to have that.
It is.
Ken, is there anything else that you'd like to share with us today about insurance and what you do to help people out?
We care. We're there. Insurance is there to protect you. We're there on the worst day of your life, right? We're there to take care of you. And really the big thing with insurance, and especially as we're aging, right, is maybe we don't need as much life insurance then, but now we're starting to move into that long-term care a little bit. Some of the, critical illness type of stuff, those types of things that folks maybe don't think about, I know I'm getting up there in age as well, and I should be starting to think about some of that stuff. So, but really, it's from an insurance perspective, it's about caring for families. It's about protecting their assets and ensuring that we take care of them, the quality of life, from now until then.
Wonderful. Ken, you shared a lot of great information with us today. If somebody is interested in getting in contact with you, what's the best way for them to reach you?
The best way is to call the office. That number is 801-255-8563, or my email is kfaber@farmersagent.com, or you can just hit me up on my website.
Wonderful. And this is Adam Stark. I appreciate Ken Faber for coming on today. If you have any questions about our program today, or if you have any questions about senior real estate specialist needs and your real estate needs, you can reach me at 801-915-8383. You can also send me an email at adam@sresradio.com. Thank you again, Ken. Thank you for coming
Thanks,
on the
Adam.
program
Thank
today.
you very much for having me.